Alright guys, so the new June 8th update patch note is going to be available for us to look at right now inside of the game, and it does have a lot of different things, and it does have what we have been waiting for as well, which is going to be the 2022 Cookie of the Year costume. I will go over that very quickly as well in this patch note, but there are a couple things that that has caught my attention, and I do want to like kind of emphasize within this particular video. So here we go, guys. Let's go over the June 8th update patch note breakdown of pretty much what we're going to be getting through this update that is going to be released very soon. First of all, just keep in mind that it can be changed, but it rarely does change. And this is going to be the update patch note, notice, rather than the actual patch note that is going to take place fully. All right, but again, guys, around 98% of the time, everything that is written here is going to be what we get. All right, guys, so here we go. It says what's new special episode Legend of the Red Dragon part 2 is going to be available, and it says the cookies adventures continue. See what happens in the second part of the Legend of the Red Dragon. Follow the adventures of Hollyberry Cookie and Pattaya Dragon Cookie, unlock new collection entries, and earn new rewards. You can continue to part 2 by visiting the final stage of part 1 to the valley. To advance in the Legend of the Red Dragon, you will require Dragon skill quills that refill with time or can be obtained through various events purchased in the packages or directly. And it says that earn catnip coins by completing the special episode stages and quests, as well as catnip coins can be exchanged for various useful items. And it says access catnip cookies shop by tapping catnip cookie on the square in the Dragon City. It would have been very helpful if they actually added this into the patch note for the first part, because that's where you actually find catnip. But it's okay. I kind of went over it already, so that's good. But yeah, we are getting the second part here, guys, and you're just gonna it's just basically follow the same thing that we have gotten with part 1. But here we go, guys. This is gonna be the new game mode that they are, again, in a generous way. It's going to be a new one, but in a bad way, recycling. All right, and it is going to be the Super Mayhem Dragons Valley. Let's see what kind of new thing that they're adding here. It says a new season of Super Mayhem begins in the Blazing Dragons Valley, and it says just like in the previous seasons, you will need to set up 3 teams with 5 cookies on each team, a total of 15 cookies. And your team 1 will be battle the opponent's team 1. Your team 2 will battle team 2 of the opponents, as well as the team 3 will battle team 3. And at the end, the player with the most victories will be the winner. And cookies participating in the Super Mayhem will receive a battle buff, and it says that cookies level will be boosted to level 60, and their skill level will also be boosted up to level 60. So if you guys are a new player, then you guys will be able to enjoy a team of 15 of level 60 at least minimum. All right, if you guys are below that mark. And on top of that, it does say that the bonus effects of toppings will not activate, which means that the main effect will be applied, which is like the set bonus, as well as the the main ones where, like, if it's raspberry, it has that base stat of attack. But the bonus effects unlocked by reaching +6, 9, and 12 are not applied. So basically, they're saying that set bonus and the base stat is there, but the substats, all right, so it should have really said substats, is not going to be applied. So this is going to be another one of those where your topping specific substats don't really matter, so you guys can really put it in whatever you guys want from whatever it's as long as it is +12. And it says the Flames of Valley effect will increase fire type attack in every round, which means Molotov, someone like Pattaya, someone like Capsaicin are going to do a lot better in this particular battle. And it says the burning battlefield effect will also take place, inflicting burn in every round. So just like when it was Bad 4's Super Mayhem, there was poison damage. This time around, it is going to be the burn damage here every round. And once you reach a certain tier, the team info of your opponents will be hidden, just like always, right? It's going to be hidden, and it's going to be divided into Crystal 3 to Diamond 2, Diamond 1, Master 2, and etc. All right, and it says that reach the Super Mayhem Master tier to obtain the Legend of the Blazing Valley design, and I believe this is going to be the design for your statue. All right. And it says the tier ascension for Super Mayhem, battle preparation screen, and the battle loading screen have been improved following the arena's format. And it also says the season reward chest design starting from master tier has been updated as well. The max number of Super Mayhem tickets has been increased from 8 to 10, and with the increased maximum number of tickets allowed, you can now get 10 tickets when recharging with crystals. Alright, so again, it is just a little bit of a revamp of the old Super Mayhem, and it is going to be very similar to what has been with the Super Mayhem that we had previously with Bad 4. But let's get into the information about the new cookies here, guys. And it is going to be Tarte Tatin cookie, an epic. And Tarte Tatin cookie is going to not be a bomber, alright, but going to be a range cookie with the skill called Cannonade, alright. It says skill description: when Tarte Tatin cookie fires her cannon, she reduces her own cooldown and shackles her enemies after a certain number of hits. Upon using her skill, she will fire a cannonball straight towards the center cookie in the enemy team. So not going to be the front, not going to be the back, but the center cookie. Alright. Hit enemies suffer from burn and bosses receive extra damage. And after a certain number of skill uses, Tarte Tatin cookie will fire an enhanced cannonball. During the battle, when Tarte Tatin cookie successfully defeats an enemy or a boss, her attack will increase. While Tarte Tatin cookie is using her skill, she will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. So I was kind of right about this when I actually watched the video, and it is going to be that, you know, she is going to enhance her own cannonball after a certain amount of skill usage with that, you know, cannonball on top of her head. And at a certain point, it is going to do that bigger explosion. But there's a shackle, all right? So we'll see what the shackle is actually going to do. And, you know, we'll just see exactly what she's going to do. I mean, she does seem to be increasing, you know, her attack as well as she defeats enemies and things like that. So very interesting. And we'll see what this range cookie is going to do, because, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have range powders right now, so that's a good thing for a lot of us. Now, next one is going to be this one right here, special cookie, Snapdragon cookie. Let's go over what Snapdragon is going to do first. All right, it says Snapdragon cookie is going to be a support cookie who uses the skill Arcane Blossom. The skill description: as an ancient entity, Snapdragon cookie is safeguarded and invulnerable to enemy attacks. The elder magic of their skill will bloom snapdragons, alright, periodically healing the team's HP and granting a buff providing stun resistant. It's probably going to be stun immunity, alright, as well as increased debuff resist, alright, increased attack, as well as increased damage resist and an HP shield. Elder magic grants dragon cookies, okay, draconic life force, increasing the max HP of dragon cookies. Here is the thing now, guys. All right, so you guys can tell already from the you know, the skill that it is probably going to be a bit better or on par with BTS cookie, which means that you know, newer players without BTS cookie will have something that will possibly replace BTS completely. All right, because we have something like increased attack, all right, which BTS does not have. BTS does have the stun immunity and the debuff resist, and has the HP shield and the damage resist depending on whether you guys have a certain amount of debuff or not. This particular skill doesn't seem like it's going to have that. And on top of what BTS provides, it also provides the increased attack. We don't know the percentage yet, but also on top of that, when paired with someone like Pattaya right now, then you know, Snapdragon is also going to be increasing the max HP of Pattaya Dragon, who is the only dragon available inside of the game as of right now. However, here's the thing, guys. It is a special rarity, all right? So if you guys know what special rarity is, it is going to be a limited time rarity, all right? Which means that after a certain point, this particular cookie probably is not going to be available, you know, to the newer players. I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not, but it is a special rarity. It's not an epic rarity, so it's probably not going to happen. It is going to probably be a limited time, which means that, again, Death Sisters decided to go to a route where they decided to solve the problem of BTS, all right, not being available to newer players by releasing another cookie that is going to be limited time, just like BTS, and you know, go into a cycle of this problem by releasing a cookie that is a little bit, possibly a little bit better than BTS, but also making a special rarity, all right, that you can only get for a limited amount of time. So we'll see how this goes. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this move that the devsters have actually taken. Again, I don't know if that's going to be true or not, whether this special rarity is going to be available afterwards or not, but we'll just have to see here, guys. Just personally, I just feel like this is not the way to go. They should have just made it a event cookie that is an epic rarity, so that they are available to everybody, whether they come in right now inside of the game or later on, so that they don't feel like they're missing out, because BTS came out in October, and after that thing ended, that event ended, everybody for a certain amount of months have been facing BTS without BTS. So we'll see how it goes, guys. But here we go, guys. Snapdragon cookies skill can be upgraded with the skill powders, just like regular cookies. So this is the downside, is that their skill does not upgrade, all right, just like BTS. So you do need to have skill powders, so the support powders need to be used. And Snapdragon cookie soul stones and soul cores required for the promotion and ascension are 270, same as the BTS cookie. So you'll need 20 soul stones to meet the cookie and 270 to promote plus ascend the cookie. So the ascension part is going to be a little bit cheaper, but again, it is special, so we'll have to see how it goes. So this is the gacha part of things, guys, and it says meet Snapdragon cookie, hatching the dragon egg. All right, you can now hatch dragon eggs and meet Snapdragon cookie from the Sugar Gnome Lavatory. All right, so from the looks of this thing right now, we actually might be able to get Snapdragon cookie from the Sugar Gnome Lavatory even after the event. We'll have to see how it goes. You need purity crystals or searing Snapdragon jellies in order to hatch the dragon's egg. Every attempt will raise the temperature for the dragon's egg. Alright, Snapdragon cookie will hatch once the temperature reaches the maximum, and the temperature units exceeding the maximum will be retained after reset. You can attempt to hatch the egg with purity crystals up to 3 times a day. With the purity crystals, the attempt counter resets at the midnight every single day, and you can use hatch attempt to 15 times. And it says that searing Snapdragon jellies have a higher chance of meeting Snapdragon cookie. And once you reach 5-star ascension with Snapdragon cookie, the dragon egg event will be closed, and all remaining Snapdragon jellies will be converted to crystals. As of right now, it doesn't say whether it's going to be available after the event or not, or if there even is a certain time limit. So what I've just talked about regarding the Snapdragon being special actually might not be a problem. So we'll have to see how it actually turns out. Again, we'll just have to see how it goes. But again, then that means that everybody needs to unlock the Sugar Gnome Lavatory again, and you need to be castle level 7 to do so. All right, so there is that, but at least we do have a kind of a light of hope right there. All right, we'll see how it turns out and what kind of move the sisters have actually taken for this. All right, and we do have 2 new costumes, epic costumes for Tarte Tatin as well as Royal Margarine, that you guys can see on the screen right now. And we are actually getting finally the 2 skins that you guys have been asking for, and it is going to be the new costumes and story for 2022 Cookie of the Year. So the legendary costume that we got for Sea Fairy actually counted towards this already. So Black Pearl and Sherbet, the other 2, are now finally receiving it, and the skins actually look absolutely amazing. Just hope that they are used a little bit more often inside of the arena, but Sherbet absolutely looks sick. And like I said, there is a hidden video right now, so that's probably going to be featuring the first look of this particular legendary costume. But again, it's a legendary costume. It's probably going to have the same gacha as the Moonlight and Sea Fairy, and will probably not be available inside of the Crystal shop. All right, but we do also have the 2022 Cookie of the Year legendary costume event. All right, and it says celebrating a new legendary costume for 2022 Cookie of the Year. A new event is available where you select and attain the legendary costume for Black Pearl Cookie, Sherbet Cookie, or Sea Fairy Cookie. In the 2022 Cookie of the Year legendary costume event, the number of gacha attempt is counted for both the legendary costume and the regular costume gacha. All right, so I don't know exactly like what that is, what it is going to be. Oh, it is this right over here, where after 80 attempts, all right, at 80 attempts, I guess you're gaining a skin of your choice. And it says right here the legendary costume gacha, and of course it is going to be very similar to the Seafarer and the Moonlight one we had. So in the legendary costume gacha, you will have a higher chance of pulling legendary costumes than in the regular costume gacha, and it is going to be very similar. Okay, if you get a duplicate costume in the legendary costume draw, you will not get rainbow crystals, but you will gain the points and things like that. All right, so same thing. And we have new cookie bonds and costume set rewards. Rewards are now available for collecting cookie bonds and costume sets. All right, don't know exactly what kind of reward that is going to be. Let's look at the picture here, and it is going to be crystals. All right, so we are getting some crystals for every bond and costume set that we actually unlock. So that's a little bit of extra bonus rewards that you guys are able to get. And we have Hall of Encounter, Tarte Tatin, and Snapdragons are going to be available inside of the Hall of Encounter, and they are going to be able to get the buff. So Mala Shah Prune Juice is being added. So finally, if you guys have been waiting to promote Prune Juice Cookie for something like your guild boss battle right now, then there you guys go. We have additional changes and improvements, so new decors and designs. So we are getting Pattaya Dragon Cookie decor, as well as 2 new Cookie House designs, all right, that are going to be available. Special episodes Dragon City Shop. So this is going to be something for any of the big whales, not even for me, is if Pattaya Dragon Cookie has already reached the 5-star promotion and is available for Ascension, Pattaya Dragon Cookie Soul Cores will be available in the Dragon City shop, all right, which is going to be the catnip shop, and you can purchase up to 3 Soul Cores for that. And we do have new Cookie Bond story, and the new Cookie Bond story is added, siding with the dragon. Don't know which of the the cookies are going to be part of it. Probably going to be Snapdragon and the new cookies. But there you guys go. That is the June 8th update patch note. Again, the main concern that I have is whether this Snapdragon is actually going to be available for everybody for the entire game without actually a time limit of the event. So hopefully even after the Legend of the Red Dragon event is over, players are able to go into the Sugar Gnome Lavatory and is able to go and obtain this cookie. Of course, it is not going to be with the the actual jellies, because probably jellies are going to disappear after a certain point. But at least with the sugar crystals, which is going to cost 5, you're able to at least attempt it 15 times a day, and you guys are able to try to obtain Snapdragon even after the event is over. So we'll have to see how that turns out, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this particular patch note. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? What are your opinions? Let me know, and we'll discuss it during the live stream if you guys are going to be there as well. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys all on the next one.